Hi everybody, thanks for joining me today on my channel. My name is Chris with Kristen Crafts, and today I am bringing you a double page layout for the bashing of my Bo Bunny Christmas paper pad. So I'm down to the last few pages of paper. I think I have maybe 5 or 4 full papers left. So what I'm going to do is take two that they're nice papers, but I can't see using on their own. And I am going to use them for building my layout on top of. So first I'm going to try and untangle my gooped up ATG gun that was giving me a little fits, and there I've got it working again. And so what I'm going to do is just take these 4x6 pictures, and I am going to glue 2 at the bottom. And then I am going to take a strip of the gray paper that looks kind of like bokeh lights, and I am going to put that through the middle. And then I'm going to put 2 more 4x6 photos at the top. And I'm going to repeat this on my other page. I'm getting down to the end of the papers, but I'm also getting down to the end of the photos for 2014. So I'm just trying to get the last of the candid shots into my layout. So they don't need a whole lot of decorating. I just need to, make sure that they're in the book. And again, as I've said before, the candid shots to me are just as important as the big focal, because it kind of shows the chaos that happens at Christmas and all the fun that's going with. So what I'm doing is I'm just flipping through and trying to find the best of the photos that are left and ones that don't necessarily repeat what's already in the book. So here I've got a picture of me holding Dylan. But what I like about this photo is my niece Caitlin is behind me making faces at Dylan. And then there's another one of her playing with the toy and Dylan. So to me, that's, even though I've got lots of pictures of Dylan in the book, these are kind of cute because it shows Caitlin interacting with him. So again, I'm putting that band of paper in the middle. And now I'm just picking out the last 2. There was a few shots of my mom with Dylan. I'm going to take one more of those. And then the others I'm probably just not going to use because they really, it's the back of people's heads, things like that. And so to me, this is good for what I need for the book. And so now that I have the photos down, what I'm going to do is put my title on. Now with my Cricut and some of the leftover scrap paper, I cut out the words Merry Christmas. And I did them in a big chunky letter. I want to say they're like 3.5 inches tall. And I tried to fit it so that they would go across the 12-inch span. So I'm just going to go ahead and put these out. Now if you don't have a Cricut, you can use a Silhouette to do this. I know some people have stencils, they have die cuts, the manual die cuts, or you can just sketch them out and fussy cut out, hand lettering them yourself. I am going to use my Tim Holtz Distress Oxide, or it's actually just Distress ink in black soot, and I am going to ink the edges of all of these letters. And what it's going to do is just allow it to stand up against the page just a little bit. And there's a lot of black. I'm wearing black. Some of the pictures are a little bit darker. So the black just kind of pulls that all back in too. And what's going to be nice is when I'm all done, pretty much I have 2 full pieces of paper left, and my Christmas pictures, for the most part, as far as I'm concerned for my album, are done. So I've managed to not only bash the paper pad that's been in my stash for a while, but also be able to finish up a whole year's worth of Christmas. Now, I know some people don't want to use the same paper on every layout for a while. I look at it as it was all the same event, so they're just color coordinated for the event itself. So I don't mind using the same paper throughout this whole Christmas Eve. It just when you go into my album and you look at it, you can tell when it starts just by the papers that it's all one event that's happening. Now, Christmas Day, we do a different event with my husband's side of the family. I'll probably switch it up, and then you will be able to see the break between the two events, one with his family, one with my family. And so maybe I'll go with maybe more the brighter primary colors when I actually go to scrapbook his family. So now I'm just taking my ATG and I'm gluing them down. I'm just trying to make sure that they're centered. I put the C and the S down first so that I could then spread out the other letters and know that my borders on each side were going to be the same. And I'm also trying to watch where I put them in the middle because I do want to come back and put a little bit of washi tape on here as well. So I'm almost done. I've got the M and the A to go, and then I'll switch it to the other page. Now when I do the Mary, I did keep the letter height the same, but because the word is a little bit smaller, I'm okay with that because I'm going to push them all to where it would be in the center of the book, and then that gives me the left side to do my embellishing. And this is not going to be tricky embellishing. I'm using one sticker pack and that's going to be it, but I still think the whole layout has a big impact with doing very little for it. So again, I'm inking these letters all with the black soot. And they're just standing up just a little bit on that gray paper. And the other thing I like is that the text paper is a very busy paper, but when you cut it up into the letters, it kind of tones it down a little bit. So I don't think that they're too busy, but it allows them to be able to pop off the page. And what I really was wanting is the color itself. So now I'm just, again, going to start from the middle of the page and making sure that I have kind of the same distance between the letter and the end of the page as I had on the other page. And again, trying to run these to the middle. I will go back off camera after this is all done, and I will add a little bit of wet adhesive to the edges of some of the letters where it looks like they might come up, and I don't want them to rip in my album. So I'll just add a little pop of glue here and there. So now I'm going in and I have a Jolie sticker pack that has these little snowmen kind of ornaments. And I like how they're actually on the packaging. So I'm going to repeat that, what's on the packaging on my actual layout. I was having a little trouble getting it out of the packaging there. But now that I have it all removed, so I'm just going to do exactly what's on there. I'm going to take the one snowman and have it a little bit farther down and then stagger them in that empty spot. And I think it just fills up that gap perfect. No more embellishing really needed for that. And then there's 3 snowflakes, and I'm just going to attach them to the letters and spread them across the title. And that is going to be it for this layout. Very simple. Oh, the washi. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my washi and I'm grabbing my gold glitter. And I wanted to match the gold glitter that was on the snowmen's hats. And I wanted something that was thin because there's not really a whole lot of space between. So I am just going to stretch it across. Now this washi tape is not very sticky. So off camera, I will go back and add a little bit of wet adhesive to it just to help it hold down so it doesn't come apart in my book. And it just adds enough bling to the layout to kind of give it that finished look. It looks like I spent a lot of time on there when in reality, this was probably one of the easier layouts that I have made. And so now that I have the last one on, I'm going to just tuck the ends to the back side. And that is going to be it for my layout. So I want to thank you so much for stopping by and watching. And then I will be back again with a layout share that will include everything that I made with this paper pad, including those that I made with my Build-A-Page set from last month. Thanks so much for stopping by. Here's some close-ups, and you all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.